Alright everybody, welcome to episode 214 of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. Alright, so, I said I was going to do what I was going to do. I'm wearing my Rolling Stones Churchill Downs Tour shirt for September 2006. No, I wish I was at the gig. I just happened to get this for $2. But why am I wearing my Rolling Stones shirt? You know why if you watch this show enough. We're going to be reviewing the new Rolling Stones archival double CD deluxe edition of On Air. That's right. On Air is the BBC recordings from 63 to 65. Here's your, this is a fold out sort of. You got nice pics. You know, I really love the front cover of these guys. Here's your inlay. 2 discs, like I said, on this. You have a booklet. I like this picture. Yes, I do. This one's really nice. Got that new CD smell. Here's another one, too, for Ready, Steady, Go. They're on the, doing a broadcast there. I like that one, too. I also like that teardrop guitar. That is, like, totally awesome. Totally awesome on this. Here's a nice one of Mick and Keith. Right? Mick and Keith, I know. And lastly, here's a nice older shot of this. Totally awesome. Now, like I said, this actually came out Friday, December 1st. This is the front. This is the back. Now, it was courtesy of APCO Polydor Universal Music. That's who ended up doing this. I know because of the APCO, I'm assuming because Alan Klein's company owns all the 60s rights to everything there. But Polydor and Universal Music is what really put this out. There's 4 different ways to get this. You've got your single CD. You've got the double deluxe CD. You've got 180-gram heavyweight vinyl and limited edition colored vinyl on this one. Now, before I get into this, I want to let you know that my sources for this particular review are, of course, Wikipedia, RollingStones.com, not Rolling Stone Magazine, Rolling Stones, the official band website, VarietyMagazine.com, and BroadwayWorld.com. I did a whole bunch of different sources on this. Now back to the limited edition colored vinyl. I tried looking up for this. I do not know who's putting out that limited edition colored vinyl. I want to say it's yellow. I could have sworn I thought I saw a video on this, and if I'm right or wrong, please let me know in the comments and where you could get the limited edition colored vinyl, because like I said, I went to a handful of, I went through Amazon, I went through a couple other ones, and it's not coming back up to me. Deep Discount, I've done a few there. So the 1 CD version is 18 tracks, the double CD is 32 tracks. You know, total awesomeness. Now, ranging, of course, from October 1963 to September 1965. That's where this range is coming from on this collection. 8 songs that were never officially recorded or released in the 60s are included basically in this package. Originals like Satisfaction and Last Time are on here, as well as covers of Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters, and others of their versions of their songs. Come On, I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Roll Over Beethoven, Spider and the Fly, Cops and Robbers, It's All Over Now, Route 66, Memphis, Tennessee, Down the Road a Piece, The Last Time, Cry to Me, Mercy Mercy, Oh Baby, We Got a Good Thing Going, Around and Round, High Heeled Sneakers, Fannie Mae, You Better Move On, and Mona are track 1, disc 1 listings. The bonus tracks on disc 2, I Want to Be Your Man, which of course is the Lennon-McCartney song that they ended up getting a single on back then. Carol, I'm Moving On, If You Need Me, Walking the Dog, Confessing the Blues, Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, Little by Little, Ain't That Lovin' You Baby, Beautiful Delilah, Cracking Up, I Can't Be Satisfied, I Just Want to Make Love to You, and finally 2020 South Michigan Avenue. I hope I got that right. Anywho, so the thing is, my favorites on here on the first CD, Satisfaction, you know, right off the bat, seriously, different version. I kind of like the way that Satisfaction goes. Of course, I like the released, you know, the released recorded version, but on here, it takes a different take to it. It's a little bit more raw, more basic, but it's still got that thumping beat to it. Yeah, seriously, probably one of my favorites off of this collection, along with The Last Time. I like that version on here too. But also Around and Around, Mona Blues, and It's All Over Now are probably my favorites on the first disc. The second disc, I Want to Be Your Man, I'm Moving On, Confessing the Blues, Somebody to Love, Little by Little, and I Just Want to Make Love to You, pretty much are my favorites on disc 2. Now, I guess the way this way worked on how they were able to clean these up considerably, it was Abbey Road Studios ended up doing the cleanup on this. It was restored using, oh boy, this was based on the Rolling Stones website, the audio source separator, and an on-air demixer. Now, if you're into recording and stuff like that, and you like messing around with tracks, if you go to the RollingStones.com, you can actually download the on-air demixer and play around with the tracks, I guess, based on what I looked at. So if you're up to that, that might be fun for you. According to, I think it was the Variety article I looked at, they brought up the fact that there was, on the original tapes, there was a lot of distortion and tape hiss abound on those original recordings. So some of the sources even came from transcription vinyl or sessions that were recorded off of the broadcast, like just basically taped off, like maybe from the radio or something like that, you know. But I gotta tell you the truth, guys. I know that some of this has come out previously in bootleg form, whether it be bootleg album, bootleg CD. I'm glad that this got put out. I can't remember what magazine I read, but somebody commented to the fact that they're calling this the sister companion to last year's Blue and Lonesome album, which was an awesome Rolling Stones album. If you haven't seen that review episode I did, please go look at that. Over 4,300 views. My highest watched video, by the way, on the Stones. But they're calling this the sister companion to that. Yeah, maybe so. Listen, I like the original 60 Stones. I always have. I am a sucker for the original lineup on this of 63 to early 69. Brian in that band, to me, okay, Brian was the soul of the Stones. I think so, anyway. Just having him on this, you know, along with everybody else. Everybody else is on all cylinders here. But what I'm saying is that even though I like the Stones, and I've had for over 40 years of my life now, I've just always been special, heartfelt for the original boys, you know, those 5 guys. And, I mean, I like the Mick Taylor years, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I like the Ronnie Wood stuff, too. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, I'm telling you guys, if you are a Stones fan, if you're a Stones fan of the original lineup, go get this. I mean it. You're not going to be sorry. I'm pleasantly surprised by the sound. I like CD1's sound more than CD2, but CD2 was just fine too. It was a little slightly muddy in parts, but you know what? Like I said, considering the source that they were working with, it still was pretty damn good for what it was, okay? This is definitely worth it to get this, guys. And once again, I thank the Stones. And also, you know what? The other thing that you kind of get out of this is this is a time capsule. This takes you back to those years, the 63 to 65, where not only did the Stones, of course, go off and emulate Yeah, I know, big Scrabble word, right? Emulate those Chicago blues musicians and those early R&B and rock and rollers. Yeah, it was. They called it white boy blues back then. You know, the English groups. But you know what? I gotta tell you something truthfully. If it wasn't for those English groups, if it wasn't for the Stones, or the Animals, or the Who, the Yardbirds, the Kinks, smaller extent to the Beatles, stuff like that, if it wasn't for those bands, and I know I'm forgetting a bunch of other bands right now, okay? So that's not a slight to anybody. But if it wasn't for that English over there taking all those blues records and putting their spin on them, nobody would probably know of the original versions in the first place. And as much as how much those original versions from Howlin' Wolf, from Little Walter, from Willie Dixon, Chuck Berry, all of them are, those originals are so awesome. But these guys and others took their spin on these and made it listenable, more energized, electrified for those 60s audiences back then. So, alright guys, in the comments, alright, tell me, are you going to get this? What version are you going to get? What era of Stones do you like? Do you like the original version that was in the 60s? Do you like the Mick Taylor stuff? Do you like the Ronnie Wood stuff? What is your favorite, either your favorite Rolling Stones song or Rolling Stones album? And please, if you haven't already, like and sub to Psycho's Platters. Looks like I've lost a couple subs. I didn't mean to, but I haven't forgotten about vinyl, guys. I'm just letting you know now. I have not forgotten about vinyl. In fact, my next one should be a vinyl episode coming up as well. I've got so much to talk about on that. But go get this. You will not be sorry. Rolling Stones on air. An awesome historical timepiece. Till next time, guys. Take care. God bless. Rock on. Indeed.